All right, so I'm going to be replacing the pulley on the tensioner down there, but in order to replace it, I've got to get the tensioner out and the belt off too. So if you need to get your belt off or any of this other stuff, this video is for you. Not too hard, 16mm socket on a ratchet, and then I've got a long tensioner belt tool that I bought I don't know how many years ago. These things really come in handy. Honestly, if you don't have one of these, you can just use a ratchet or a smaller breaker bar. I've got a 3-inch extension that I've got on the end of it. What I'm gonna do is get this thing down in here into the top of the tensioner right there, just like that. And obviously this thing's so long, you get a ton of leverage on it. So then you just move it back just like that in order to get your belt off. So all I'm gonna do is reach my hand down here, just kind of loop the belt off just like that. That's really all you need to do. Pull the tool back out. So of course, at this point, we can just pull the belt completely off and we'll inspect this. This belt is actually still in really good shape, so I'm not going to worry about replacing it. They put a Gates belt on it. So now at this point, we've got to get the tensioner off. Not really a whole lot of play in that pulley. It is making a little bit of noise though. So the bearing's probably just dry. That happens. This car was sitting for at least 6 months in an auction yard. So probably had ample time to dry off, or dry out rather. But all I'm gonna do is just pull this bolt out. That should be all that's holding this thing on and in place. Because once we get this out, we can get the tensioner to the workbench. It's just that single bolt holding it in. There we go. Just like that. That's how you remove that. But of course, while you have this off, also make sure to spin your other pulleys too. You just want to make sure that no other noise is coming out of this stuff. That's the whole reason I'm pulling this off, because on cold starts, until one of these warms up, it just makes like a kind of like a screeching noise just for a little bit. It's time to replace them, and you want to replace them when they start to make noise. But instead of replacing the whole tensioner, you just replace the pulley. Saves you a good amount of money. So I just checked the water pump pulley, the alternator pulley, the AC clutch, which that's not really going to make a whole lot of noise in its current condition with the car off, even if there was an issue. This wood, only one that's making any sort of noise. And that's not that bad. It really isn't. This thing still spins freely. But honestly, like I said, when they get like this, you just replace them. So this is the replacement Dayco 89144. Surprisingly, these parts are made in America. That's nice. But you just want to make sure that it's the same diameter, and indeed it is. So no noise out of this one. You get this installed. These are not that expensive. The link is in the description for these cars. But that's all you got to do. And probably see some of our issue here, all that dirt that just fell off of it. It looks like these with the notches, the inverse notches are on the inside here. Throw our bolt back in. No noise. This one looks like it spins easier, but honestly, and I can kind of feel it now that I've got it off, there is a little bit of side-to-side play. That's not good either. But I can feel the vibrations as I'm spinning it. Not like this, but when it's actually spinning. That's how you know the inside race is kind of worn out. So it's good we're replacing this. Let's get it back to the car, throw it on. So you'll notice on these, you'll have kind of like a guide notch right there, and that's going to go right down there into that hole. So we're just going to go ahead and stab this back on and see how it locks in place. That's exactly what you want. So I'm just start that with a couple threads right where it needs to be. These things can only go on one way, and that's by design. We got a ratchet, appropriate socket. There we go. Nice and quiet now. So at this point, just wrap the belt back on. To here, started around the crank pulley. Goes around the water pump. Crank pulley, around the water pump, around your AC compressor, splined teeth go on top of this pulley here. Wrap that around. And of course, you always got to play with these things to get them on right. But you clip back in. You guys can kind of see what I'm working with here. Good. So this car has been sitting for a couple days and I haven't driven it. So if that bearing was going to act up, it's going to do it right when I start it. So I'm going to go in there and start the car. That's a definite difference in how it used to be. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I did hear a little bit of a squeak. It could either be that belt is just slightly worn, at least enough of a glaze on it to make that noise, or it's that other pulley, which I'm going to replace anyways. That's the other one that wasn't making any noise, but honestly, I've already got that one on order, so I am going to replace it. I just don't have it here yet, so that's why I just chose to do this one for now. All right, so funny enough, I just got that pulley from Amazon delivered right as I was making this video. So that's the correct part number. This one happens to be a Gates, no big deal. Let's go ahead and slap this thing on. So same process, you just get this down in there, undo the belt, at least the tension anyways, and then get down in there with a 13 millimeter in this case for that bolt, and then you just pull it off. There we go. And just pull this bolt out. Same exact one. You can actually see how worn down the grooves are compared to the new one. Kind of got that weird indentation there. Perfect. So just to reroute the belt, of course this engine is warm because I just drove the car You just got to make sure that this belt is on these pulleys as straight as possible. If it's not, it becomes a big pain in the neck trying to get it to line up. Now to start the car back up, see if it makes any funny noises. Well, I'm happy with that. Didn't shred the belt, so I would say that was a success. That tensioner is pretty expensive. If you do replace one of these, I recommend going with the OEM brand Mopar. About 150 bucks, so they cost a little bit more money than just replacing both of these pulleys. But typically, what'll end up happening is those things will just be really floppy. They won't have a lot of tension on them when they go bad. This one's still good, so I wasn't really worried about the tensioner itself. I just knew that both the pulleys likely needed to be changed out. So pretty easy video. Links for both of these parts are in the description. Stay tuned for more.